How's it going, everybody? It's Yaro with Home Hero. Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, and it's going to affect you as a buyer, a seller, and if you're an agent. So as I'm driving to Seattle right now to do a listing shoot, I want to take the opportunity to talk to you about this very important lawsuit that's going on, and it's been denied by the Supreme Court to be heard. So, anyways, long story short, if you are a buyer and you hire an agent to help you buy a house, you don't pay them anything. And that's something that's very hard to understand sometimes for new buyers, because you're like, what do you mean I don't pay you anything? Well, the way we get paid is when someone lists their house on the MLS, they pay both buyer and seller commission. That's how it has been for a very long time. And so in essence, you're always going to be paying commission unless you buy a house and never sell it. But for the most part, you will at one time also be paying the buyer's commission, unless this lawsuit goes the other direction. So if, for example, if you had to hire an agent as a buyer, how much would you pay them? Would you pay them a commission based off the purchase price of the home? How would that affect us as agents and you as a buyer? There's a lot to talk about. So let's step back a little bit. The seller pays both sides of the commission. If that stays the same, nothing changes, right? Life goes on. However, if this goes through and we are now as agents, as buyer agents, required to charge commission and cannot collect that commission off the listing side, we are pretty much screwing the person over that's already having a hard time. So if you are a buyer, first-time home buyer, a VA, military, using your VA loan, and you don't have a lot of cash saved up to buy a house, and now on top of that, you still owe a commission, which could be hefty depending on the purchase price of a home. You may or may not want to work with people. You may say, you know what, I don't need an agent, and perhaps you don't. But for the most part, agents are there as your legal contractors, pretty much. Writing up the contract to the professional help of telling you what to do, what not to do, and what to look out for, because we're in this industry, or at least the full-time people are, right? So if you as a buyer are now negotiating a commission of what you should be paying your agent, well, that could decrease our income by 50% or more. You may not want to pay even close to what so let's just talk about it. It's usually anywhere between 2 and 3% each side. So when you list a house, you're paying between 4 and 6%, unless you're using someone lame like Zillow or Redfin. So that can add up to tens and $20,000 total commission on the listing side. So if you as a buyer are now paying 10 grand for commission, and that's not just in our pocket money, but more on that in a different video, and then you pay closing costs, it adds up. And so you may not want to use an agent. You may want to say, you know what, I'm paying you $500 to go do this job, and agents are going to be like, I can't live off of that, so I'm sorry, I can't help you. And so a lot of agents are panicking and saying, well, this is going to destroy the industry, and then this is going to be horrible for the industry. Again, I'm optimistic, because I feel like like I did in my last video, talk about artificial intelligence and things like this. This will thin out the competition in the agent world, because you probably know, everybody and their mom are agents these days. If you're watching this video, you probably know 5 to 10 real estate agents that you can call right now on your phone and say, hey, I need your help. So this is, when the times were good, a lot of people got into this industry thinking it was easy money. And when things get tough, they get out of the industry. That's how, it's just natural selection, if you will. I don't know. It's just how it is. It's going to be competitive. And if this goes through, it means that we have to be a little bit more better at our job, and you have to be specialized, and you have to be able to add value. And those agents who have been doing that are doing well, and those agents who have not are going to be losing it. They're going to be losing a lot of business. So I get it. If you're an agent watching this, I get it. This could impact your income, and that's why I'm always such a strong supporter of a side hustle. For me, that's real estate media. I do a lot of that, and that's just how life is. It's competitive out there. And on the listing side, how does this affect you on the listing side? Well, it actually gives you a huge relief. I mean, now you would be paying, when you list a house, you're paying 3% up to 3% less agent fees. So it's like, yay, like that's pocket money, right? So on the listing side, this is all around great, just superb. But if you're selling, you're also probably buying at one point. So I mean, in essence, you're always going to be paying the commission at one point. What this does more so is make it harder for the agents, because now they got to be a little bit more. They have to earn their money, which is great. You got to be able to say what you're worth. Why you're worth? Why are you worth $500, or why are you worth a full commission? Can you add enough value, or can you not? And so I feel like if this goes through, it's going to make a lot of agents exit the marketplace, which is great, because those of us who stay in this long term are just going to pick up that business. And I don't see myself leaving the industry. I think it's one of those things. Once you're an agent, always an agent, or at least if you are committed. So, anyways, the NAR is in this lawsuit. The National Association of Realtors is in this lawsuit right now, trying to fight for us as agents to keep our commissions and whatnot. But we'll see where this goes. I also think low key, I think the government is trying to make this industry harder, because there is a lot of money in real estate, a lot of money. And so as this economy begins to shift and as things change, I think they're trying to make moves to make it harder for this industry to thrive and weed out all these extra agents that are just we're just in it for the money. Anyways, I guess that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to this video if it helped you. Make sure you have that ring notification on and following me on my social media. But also, if you disagree with what I'm saying, go ahead and add it in the comments. Or if you agree, put a couple words in the comments. Help the algorithm. Help this video be seen by more people. I do really want these videos to be educating people out there on matters of real estate. So anyways, hope you guys have a terrific rest of your Tuesday, and check back tomorrow for a new video, which I have not quite determined what the topic will be on, but I hope it blesses you, and until next time.